Hello everyone, welcome back to Smart Move Insider, a place where we talk about fitness, community and making progress inside and outside the gym. I'm Sergiu here with head coach Bart, and today we're talking about the Cabana CrossFit. This is our annual outdoor event. We will discuss all about it in hope that it will bring you more reasons to join this year and have some fun.
Yeah, it's always fun, the Cabana. I don't think I've ever heard somebody come back from the Cabana saying it wasn't fun. If anything, it's fun.
Yeah, it's a nice opportunity to spend some time with the people inside of your gym, but in the same place for 2-3 days.
Yeah.
Yes, so do you remember how this got started in the first place? What are your earliest memories about the Cabana?
Well, you reminded me today that it's already been 10 years since we did the first one. What I can remember about it is that we had two big teams doing challenges against each other, and I think the main reason to first organize it was because we were always hanging out outside because we were still training outside, and we were always hanging out in the weekend, and then it was like that time of year where a lot of people rent cabanas, and then we said, shall we go to a cabana? And as far as I know, it was like, yeah, I want to go to a cabana, but not just to sit there and drink. And then the idea of let's do what we do in the weekend already, train there, came.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were with the people that were already tough, being outside every weekend. And I think it was something like you just said, of let's do something, stay more together and have fun also, but not just drink and play board games.
It was basically doing the same what we always do. We were loading up the car with material. Now the only thing, instead of driving to a grass field in Cluj, we just drove to Mărișel, 40 kilometers from Cluj, and be in the outdoors. And then we approached it a bit like, okay, these guys at the CrossFit Games, they're doing 3 days of workouts. So we came up with some workouts and we challenged each other. And then for to win the cup out of the two teams, each a team captain.
This is how it was in the first few editions,
Yeah.
2 teams? Or we did
I think we did at one time 2 teams, I think, as far as I remember.
And we put team captains?
We put team captains, and then there were multiple metcons to be done, and then as a team you would decide who was going to do them, as far as I remember. I don't think the entire team worked.
I remember it was a big hassle about who to have in the teams in order to be like balanced enough.
Yeah, we tried to we looked at the list, and then according to how we know the people, strengths and weaknesses, divide them kind of equally. Yeah. But it was...
I remember that a lot of fights were happening back in those days because it was a competition. And when you are with the intensity, you lack the skills to get along with the other people.
Let's say they weren't so politically correct after the emotions went up. But this is how people that are competitive are, and I think people that are competitive can take that from each other because they do it also, and they know it's a pure emotion thing, it's nothing personal.
It was 10 years ago. I don't think politically correct was even a term back then.
No, they weren't so sensitive yet. But I remember that they having discussions with their team captain about everybody wanted to do every Metcon, everybody thought they're suitable to do everything.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe should talk a bit about what is the Cabana.
The Cabana
for somebody that doesn't know.
The first time.
Well, the main idea is kind of the same, no?
Yeah, the main idea is as time passed, we condensate everything in one day. So we were using also the Fridays, the Saturdays, and the Sundays to train, and we used to have a lot of events. Now we have just one day, that's Saturday for the physical event day, and that's it.
I think those first years, was up to 10, 12 Metcons, I think, in 3 days.
There were many. I don't remember the tops, but I think there was somewhere in that range.
But not everybody was working, so that's why it was doable.
Yeah.
Because only part of the team.
Wisely.
But for sure, if everybody was doing 30% of them.
Mm-hmm. I remember the third day, the Sunday, when you were already 10 events in, you were already feeling the muscle pain. you were barely getting up the last day to do some more and then go home with all that muscle pain.
Yeah, but we decided eventually to not do actual competing Friday, Saturday, Sunday anymore. First was some people wanted to come but couldn't make it already on Friday at 5 o'clock, for example. They couldn't leave work, so they would miss part of the event. Others would then, like you said, you would be in so much muscle pain after doing Friday something, doing Saturday something, that on Sunday they were all walking with stiff legs. So that was another reason that we said maybe should not do that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the third reason, as far as I know, is that we had a couple of years that people started bringing out the alcohol on Saturday evening, and on Sunday evening were completely wasted, and it was not a good idea to work out anymore. So eventually we said on Sunday we should just chill.
Yeah, I remember.
And then they can party on Saturday as long and as hard as they want.
Yeah, so basically we changed this because of the people first. People changed, and then we grew also in our role. We realized that more is not necessarily the key. So we adjusted everything to what we were seeing happening in the classes and with the people.
Yeah, people wanted hardcore, and they were also training hardcore in class, and they wanted to really challenge themselves and over multiple days, just like they do in the CrossFit games, and a lot of volume, just to see how that is. How is it to compete for 3 days in a row?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we adjust to the people, we adjust to the times, and also you change a bit your mind, like you just said about more isn't always better. You better do a couple of good workouts, have some games in between, have some fun together, than be completely wrecked after the weekend.
Yeah, so if I would answer the question, what is the CrossFit Cabana? It's simply put a community event. It's a moment that you can meet everybody outside the gym, and it's a moment of also a test of fitness. See how you react when everybody is looking at you, because one time at least you will be counted by a referee, and also people will cheer you. So you will see how you will work with that attention on you. So community, and also challenge your physical skills, but not in a manner that you go home broken anymore. It's going to be a different type of intensity, but at the core of it is have some fun.
Yeah, it's all about community, have fun. Maybe get to know some people from the other location if you never go train in both locations. Or maybe as a new person, just get to know people in general, because it's a nice place between the workouts. We're just having casual chats and playing games, and it's a good place to get to know people a bit more. You don't always have time in class to really have a talk with somebody, but there you find out some background stories on the people in the community, on the coaches. So it's more about community these days than it's about fully killing yourself in the workouts.
Okay, so let's talk about the last year's Cabana. Let's remember a bit how it used to be on Friday, and then on Saturday, and then on Sunday. What was the schedule? What were we doing usually?
I think usually in the last years we get together on Friday on one of the gyms to load up the material around 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Then the guy starts driving direction Mărișel. Some of us are already free at that moment, and we already go in that direction, and then it's more of a chill evening. We divide the rooms, you just a bit of chatting, some dinner, and then on Saturday the first real workout starts. But the first evening now, for those that can make it, they already get over there, and those that can't make it on Friday evening, they just come early enough on Saturday to be in time for the first event.
So you can come also the Saturday morning if you want?
Yeah. It's not because you're not able to come on Friday that you should just not come at all. We also have people that don't stay any nights. They come on Saturday morning, they leave on Saturday evening. And you have people that do a night on Friday, they stay a night on Saturday. They have with us the lunch or the breakfast. I think we only did breakfast last time on Sunday, and then slowly get back to Cluj. So it depends. For everybody's situation, there is definitely a chance. If you're free on Saturday, you can join.
And what sort of events did you had last year on Saturday?
On Saturday last year, so first of all, we did not a team cabana.
It was an individual.
It was an individual last year. And we had an event on the water on Tarnica, where we did X amount of kayak into a run. That was the first event.
Is this for somebody who doesn't swim?
We had a couple of people that couldn't swim. You have a life jacket on, and they did fine. They took 10 minutes just to reassure them a bit that kayak doesn't flip, because they get the wide enough kayak. It's pretty hard to flip it.
Yeah, usually we have the, how do you say it? The guy teaches us how to use the paddles and...
Yeah. He gives us a little bit of instruction and
briefing.
also, a little bit of a briefing. And you get some time on the water before we actually start the clock to get accustomed a bit to the feeling if you never did a kayak.
Mm-hmm.
So even people that didn't swim participated in that, and they were fine. And even if you would fall, which is small chance because it's hard to flip it over, you have a life jacket on.
Mm-hmm. But that's very hard to do.
I have never seen somebody flip it.
As far as also the owner of the kayak Tarnica told us, it's very hard to flip it over. Or if you do crazy stuff like bend or really try to rock it.
I think we did already 3 years there an event on the water. I haven't seen anybody fall in, unless they did it on purpose, that they jumped in.
So running and kayaking.
Yeah, was a little bit more of an endurance event. So that was
one
longer event.
The whole morning.
Yeah, because you go in a couple of heats and then it takes a bit. And for the rest, people, they can just chill there on the chairs. It's a pretty nice location next to the water.
If I remember right, we had the lunch and then we started the next one.
Yeah.
I think we skipped breakfast and we had the lunch a bit earlier than usual.
Yeah, we started skipping breakfast on Saturday morning because most people, because they knew they were going to do a workout after, didn't want to eat too much. So we decided, okay, let's skip that and then we'll have a real lunch after. And then people just eat some snacks before that long endurance event just to fuel themselves a bit. Yeah, some banana, yogurt, ovas, bar or something, so something fast digesting.
It is very important to know if your habit is to eat when you open your eyes in the morning, you should have some snacks with you. This is something that you need to plan ahead. Take your favorite things in your room and then eat it in the morning and then straight on the first event, let's say.
Like they say, for every competition, don't change what you're used to. And if you want to make a change it in advance to test it out a little bit. How do I react when I eat this and then work out? Or how many hours do I need in between to be able to work out, to digest and not feel it in the workout? So yeah, that's something to test out. I bet the morning people, I bet there are for sure multiple there that just don't eat and train and are fine. And I bet there are multiple there that feel like they need to eat to be able to train. So I prefer to eat before to train, no matter how early the Metcon is. I'll get up a bit earlier. If I have 2 hours before, I'm good.
And after the lunch, I think we had 3 or 4 events maximum.
Yeah, 3-4 events, short Metcons, some with body weight, some with weight, some with the rower, some with an air bike included, some with kettlebells. So yeah, some shorter events, usually one long event, and then in the afternoon, a couple of short ones. And then every time somebody counts for you and you work, we make the score, we make the ranking at the end and see who ends up on first, second and third, a classament for the girls, for the guys, for the RX and for the skilled. So depending on who actually comes, the workouts get decided. And it gets decided if it's worth making a scaled and an RX division separate. Depends a little bit. It always depends on who subscribes that we make that decision, because the goal is to make it accessible for everybody, so that everybody does things that they can actually do.
Okay. And then is the evening, and in the evening we're gonna just talk about how it went and chill. And then the next day we just
drink some and play some board games, like in every cabana apparently should be tradition. So and then Sunday is usually
some people feel like partying a bit, some people feel like
put
they
the music
sleep
and
instant.
drink.
And yeah, you do you.
Some like to just chill in the hammock outside. It's a pretty nice place in between the hills. Some go for a walk. But yeah, in the evening it's chill time. And also on Sunday, wind down and then slowly in the early afternoon get back to Cluj, load up the material again in the car. We rent a big truck and the guy comes and picks it up and then drives it back to Cluj.
Yeah, Sundays are the slow Sundays.
Yeah.
You wake up, you eat, stay in the sun a bit. Hopefully it's going to be sunny. We had luck last few editions. It was a nice weather.
But we've also had editions that we had rain on and off.
Yeah, also.
It depends. In May, June, anything can happen.
Yeah. Sudden rain just falls.
Yeah, but we've also been there when it's super sunny. If you ask me, I like the in-between temperature. It's perfect for being outside all day long and sweating and putting effort.
Too late in June, it starts to be painful because the sun burns you. Too early in May, it's very cold.
Yeah.
So you need to find a sweet spot. Yeah, so let's go now with a few common questions. The first one would be, is it hard? Is this high level that I need to be in order to come to the Cabana?
No, like I said, we're trying to make it accessible for anybody, from beginner to experienced. And if I have enough experience, I just make them a separate division with some heavier weights and some more challenging workouts. But overall, it just adjusted to whoever subscribes. So anybody should be able to do it. But the thing, is it technically hard? No. Is it hard competing? It depends. Just like in any Metcon, if you push hard, yeah, it becomes hard. It's challenging. If you want to win, nobody's going to give it to you. Because everybody wants to win. So from that point of view, it can be hard. It's a challenge, but that's part of competing. But is it technically hard? No, you could be able to do everything from a technical point of view, from a weight point of view. But the effort you put in, yeah, of course, it gets hard if you want to beat somebody.
Yeah, indeed. I think it's different than in the gym, for sure.
Yeah, because people are looking at you in the gym.
Exactly.
Nobody has time to look at you, only the coach. Everybody, for the rest, mostly too busy with themselves.
So the hard part will come just because you will push 10 to 15% more.
Yeah.
That's it. There's nothing crazy, no heavy weights that you can handle, no gymnastic movements that you can be able to do.
No.
It's just you're going to go a bit harder because somebody's watching you.
Which is a good thing. It's also part why I encourage you to give it a try. Why we encourage people to do the open, why we encourage people to join the Cabana is because you're going to push a little bit harder than you used to just because the eyes are on you, and it's not a bad thing.
Second question, is it dangerous?
No. Dangerous, I don't think, of course anything can always happen, but no, we try to keep common sense and not let you do anything crazy. Not more dangerous than what you do in the class. If you don't consider the Metcons in the class dangerous, it's going to be the same over there, and maybe even a bit toned down because I don't have a pull-up rack and stuff like that there. We work with dumbbells, kettlebells, body weight, rower, air bike, but we work with the material that we have there.
I think as the years passed, we were thinking more and more about the safety part. And of course, if it's raining, we're not going to put you to do something that you can slip and fall.
Yeah, no suicide runs.
Yeah. So I think we have this at our first thing to take care with the safety part. So I would say also, no, it's not dangerous. We're trying to do as safe as possible everything.
I think this is part also of organization, thinking of worst case scenario. If I put the box there, if he jumps and he trips, where does he land? It's a bit of a reflex that you already have when you do workouts in a class and you organize your class. This is what the coach is thinking about. If he swings his kettlebell while he stands there and this guy is doing burpees in front of him, what's going to happen? Is he in danger? If he does a ring row with his head pointed to that direction and somebody behind is doing thrusters, is that safe? It's something that we already do from a standard point of view because we do this every day in class.
But something can happen,
of course.
For sure.
Of course.
It can.
We've had people jumping, broad jump ins and hurting the ankle and slipping. It happens.
Yeah. Falls in the runs. Yeah, it can happen for sure.
Of course.
But As a side note, for the Cabana, you will need some shoes for the outdoors.
Yeah,
Those
something
things
with grip.
a little grip, yeah.
Yeah.
Not the plain surface, because you will slip.
Yeah.
Also, even if it's not wet outside.
Because we'll be on grass, so you're gonna want something with grip. So keep that in mind. Adjustable clothes, because weather conditions can change. So layered clothes. Multiple clothes for every workout. You probably do 3 or 4. So make sure that you have dry clothes for every metcon, just in case. Maybe you won't need it, but bring it just in case. If you need it, if you're fully sweaty, you're gonna wanna change t-shirts between workouts.
Mm-hmm. So what happens if it rains? This would be the third question.
The moments that it rained, of course, dripping or raining, that I'm going to get soaked, 2 different things. If it's dripping, we were outside. If it was really raining, we were just waiting in between the showers, let's say. We've had a year like that it was 30 minutes rain, 1 hour nothing, an hour rain, 2 hours nothing. The moments that the rain stops, we continue.
Yes. I remember back 10 years ago, we would have stand, doesn't matter if it's raining, if it's pouring, if it's lightning, we were outside and we were doing, even with the material, with everything we were. But now it's uncomfortable for us also to be in the pouring rain and to be also in danger, maybe lightning strikes, you know. So we don't want that. If it rains really hard, we're just going to stand aside, see if it passes, hope it passes. For sure we're going to find, because there are some places over there, small places where we can do some really small events, you know. Remember that time we did
under the roof.
We did the strength part under the roof.
Yeah.
Just put one barbell, you need to have a movement, a deadlift, and that's it.
Yeah.
So we will find ways of going in between if it rains all day, but hopefully we're gonna get lucky again.
Yeah, no more Spartan mindset of stay in the sun, stay in the rain, no matter what.
Yeah, no, if it's rainy, if it's too cold, we're going to find ways of counterbalancing this. But as you said, you need to be very mindful of what clothes you bring. Have at least 2 pair of shoes.
Yeah,
some socks,
exactly. If your shoes get wet.
Some socks also, shorts or long pants. You need to have multiple t-shirts. And whatever you use inside the gym. You will use some chalk, I think.
Yep.
But we don't have pull-up bars, so the grips are not necessary to bring. So just pay attention on this one.
But anyway, we're always reminding people of a list of what to bring when we organize it. Once we have the list of people that are coming, we always give them a list of things to bring and things not to bring because they're already there. Like drinkable water, they have drinkable water.
Yes. So let's talk about this year's Cabana. First of all, it's going to be in May, 16, 17, and 18 of May. And it will be in teams. So book your calendars. This is going to be the date for it.
Middle of May.
How is it going to be this time?
Teams of 2, guy, girl. And then we're going to compete. For those that were at Clash of the Smart Movers, same concept. In that style, we're going to do workouts. Sometimes you're working at the same time. Sometimes you work and I rest, and then we divide everything, just a little bit like any team workout that we've done in the gym or that you have been part of, just in the same style.
It's been a while since we did teams. Why the sudden change?
Just because people really enjoyed the last Clash, because the Clash before we did single version, and a lot of people gave us the feedback that they enjoyed more the teams of 2 Clash. So we wanted to give it a try also on the Cabana. On the Cabana we've done teams before, but like a team of 10, a team of 6, a team of 4, but never a team of 2 so far. Because with the other bigger teams, every time not the entire team was doing everything, but now with teams of 2 you'll do everything together.
To be honest, I like a lot team modes. So I think this is the perfect way to go into a competition with somebody that you know, care or like, and split everything together.
Like for example, as you told me at CrossFit Louvre, every day is a team workout.
Yep.
So
I think it's fun.
I think it's fun to work together. You push yourself harder because you don't want to let the team down. You work together with a friend. Or if we have people that can't find a teammate, and we have multiple people that want to come and not necessarily know a teammate, we're gonna help you find one. But usually people come with the persons that they usually train already within the gym.
And this year, who is it for? All levels?
Like
How
any
would you
year,
say?
the Cabana is always for everybody because the difficulty of the challenge gets adjusted to who is on the list. So if I have only people that do CrossFit for 5 years, it's going to look different, the challenges, than if I have all people that just did CrossFit for a year. Or if I have a combo of both, I'm going to make 2 divisions. It depends. Can't really say in detail now because it depends on who's going to be on that list. But one thing is for sure, it's going to be accessible for whoever signs up.
Mm-hmm. So we encourage you to sign up, to put your... we're going to make a post about it, you're going to see, and to put your partner over there in the comments so he prepares. And as soon as we know who's participating, you will be able to establish the events and everything. And it helps you a lot.
Exactly. The faster that list is ended, the faster I can find the appropriate workouts to challenge you with.
So let's imagine one scenario. If I'm a person that just comes for 1 month, why should I join? And the second scenario, what if I'm a person that comes for I have as many years as the gym, 9 years. Why should I join?
I think if you're new to the gym, it's going to be the perfect opportunity to get to know some more people. And if you're already longer in the gym, trust me, I'll find a good challenge for you.
That's well said.
But anyway, also those people, it's nice to hang around with the people that you know for years and that have the same mindset like you, that don't step away from a challenge, and just to hang out a bit with your friends, basically.
I think it's always nice. Every Cabana that I went to, and I think I went pretty much to each one. I didn't want one of them. I think it's a time well spent with friends. This is how I feel it. It's an opportunity to want to know the other people.
Yeah. Or you always find out stuff that you didn't know yet about these other people. And I think no matter that you have 3 or 4 workouts, overall, I think it's a pretty relaxing weekend overall.
Exactly.
You're in the mountain air. We laugh a bit, we train a bit, we drink, we eat. Because we didn't talk about that yet. Do I need to bring food?
Yeah. The food is usually homemade by the lady over there. So you need to bring only snacks for in the morning, as you were just saying. But usually we have plenty of food, too much, I would say. And even some desserts, some homemade placinte. And what did we have? Cremesh, tiramisu.
Yeah.
Multiple things done at home. So the food... I know some people come each year because they love the food and they just come there to cheer people up and eat with them, and that's it. So we had people, non-participants, coming and just joining the Saturday and then just eating with us and spending time together. And
it's also good for people to know you don't need to participate. You can just come and be a spectator and just do the social part. You don't need to participate. So you can still let us know that you're interested in joining, because the Cabana is quite big. How many people can fit there?
I think it's a 30 people cap. There are rooms for 4, 6, and 8 people. Yeah. Usually this is how the Cabana is structured. So I think around 30 person. It can fit many more. Let's say 36, I think is the cap for the owner. But to comfortable stay in it, it's 30.
Yeah. So we'll see. So if you just want to be passing by, don't be shy to let us know that, because we'll find a spot for you. Also, if you only want to pass by on Saturday, also good. Huh? But then we just need to know for the food, right?
Yes.
If you say, okay, I'm going to come Saturday morning, I'm going to leave in the evening, then we just need to know to tell the lady to have a lunch and a dinner for you. Just need to communicate with us how long you will be and what exactly you will do. Will you participate or not? Either is fine for us.
Wonderful. I think this covers everything. Do you think there's anything left for us to cover?
No, and I bet if there are after this podcast still questions, you can put them in the comments.
Comment, email,
ask us directly.
Yeah, we talk in the gym. All right then. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this episode and think somebody would benefit of knowing these details, send him. And we'll see you on the next episode.